They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. The Canes will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Looking to pass, it's Wolf. He's right on target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass.
And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. Smashes through the tackle. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Tackled after picking up the first down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking down the middle. Got his man. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got
enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Clemson Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the field.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to...
What a snag by the defense. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
With jet sweep pass. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Back to pass, it's Ncaa. Moves around to clear up the vision. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field, score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Trying the left side. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Clemson jumps to the line. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. After converting that fourth down on the ground, now let's see what they've got on first. The give to the tailback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
To throw, it's Wolf. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Makes his connection. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Quick release by the QB. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the stick.
He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Smashes through the tackle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
1st down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Running back searching for a hole. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carry.
Did a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. And if things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
It's on target and complete. Tackled, but he has a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Has to let this one go off his back foot. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love the energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield. The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
At the 40, there he goes. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
24, Clemson, 7.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So,
and here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Clemson is quick to the line.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is.
And the quarterback is snowed under. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He's got the back in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to the air one more time. He'll try to do it himself. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Makes the catch. It's McCoy. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Pulls it in. Works its way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Makes the grab on the shuffle.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Ramsauer. Escapes the sack. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Running back goes in motion. Wants to throw on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's Wolf. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try the right side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Ncaa. Setting up the screen.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down. And obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on 3rd down. I like when you slip in there trying to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
He's got great speed. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Using the quick game. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and they 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Quarterback will audible. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. A little screen to the running back. Dances away from 1. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. They're getting this guy lathered up, fighting off the defender. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And here they come almost all the way back. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing on his pads.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Chambers. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick.
And he's thrown another interception. Got room on the return. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Back to throw. It's Wolf. He makes the connection.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. He'll just keep slinging it. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket and starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I put him.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Yeah. Time getting the timeout call. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Clemson jumps to the line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. We saw that right there.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Tiger! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! Getting aggressive here and going for two. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Clemson.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Miami, 38. Clemson, 30.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Crosses to 35. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility, and put it all on display on that sack.
These men stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit, because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
I'll tell you, I love this offense going RPO on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down at any point during the game, because this quarterback does a really good job with his decision-making. He does a great job reading the defense, seeing the look, counting the box, and he's almost perfect on these decisions to hand the football off in RPOs.
Clemson is quick to the line. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Runs through the tackle. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Getting some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
36.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced the third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone. He unleashes a long one. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Clemson! And they've got the lead in the final minute. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. He's bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and